Hello, my name is Natalie, and before we start off with this presentation, I'd like to apologize for the volume and for the background. My volume is on my mic, so it's going to be a little bit quieter. I'm actually speaking very loud, but all my recordings have come out very, very quiet. And I apologize for my background. My setup is in my room, so I didn't want to tear everything off the walls, so I couldn't really give a plain background, but I gave a neat background. But it's the presentation. It's best to control your anger before it controls you. Whether it be anger towards your little sibling for touching your things, or anger towards your parents for grounding you over bad grades, at least once in our lives we've experienced anger in some sort of regrettable way. When I was a kid, I've had my fair share of anger issues. I've actually been hospitalized because of it. But since then, I've learned to master my anger, so I feel like I am one of the best candidates to talk about this topic. Today, I will be going over what anger is, how to recognize it, and how to control it so my audience can better learn how to manage their anger. We've always seen examples of outbursts and frustrations, but to gain a better understanding of one's behavior, we have to ask the question, what is the purpose of anger? At its core, anger is a natural way to respond to threats that date back to prehistoric times. It inspires powerful and often aggressive behaviors that allow us to fight and defend ourselves when we are being attacked. We often feel these intense emotions. We go through biological changes, such as elevated heart rates, blood pressure, our adrenaline spikes through the roof, and we even experience sometimes hormonal changes. And it's all to give us the energy to face whatever threat is warranting these intense emotions. We may have needed anger way back when, but not so much in today's times. Now that we know what anger is for, we can better recognize when we are beginning to experience anger. Taking an example from earlier, we already know that anger is a result of intense emotions that warrant a biological change. So when we experience something aggravating, like a baby crying in a movie theater, or someone honking their horn whenever they were clearly in the wrong, take the time to step back and see if there's any changes that you can recognize. Physical signs that someone may be beginning to feel frustrated or upset is deep breathing, like sighs, or the face will begin to get red, like their cheeks will begin to get red in hue. They might start fidgeting with their fingers or pacing around, and their muscles will get really tense. If you or anyone are experiencing these sort of symptoms as a result of an event or a change, they may be getting angry. Well, now you're getting angry, what do you do, right? Recognizing that you are beginning to feel frustrated is the key to controlling your emotions. The best way to describe it is a boiling pot. If you feel yourself start to boil over and you feel yourself starting to get a rise as a result of a conversation, event, or sudden change, take a moment to breathe. Breathing deeply, visualizing the air going into your lungs and visualize it going out. And then count to 10 while you're doing this process. A lot can change in 10 seconds. If you don't feel yourself starting to calm down within the 10-second period, remove yourself from the situation entirely and immediately, and find an area away from the problem, sit down, close your eyes, and repeat the process. In moments of frustration, the ability to step back paves the way for more thoughtful responses to a stressful environment. And as we wrap up, I hope this presentation helped my audience realize what anger is, how to recognize it, and how to overcome it. Remember that anger is a wave that can crash over you, but you have the power to learn how to ride it and not get swept away by it. Choose to manage your anger and choose to live a more calmer and fulfilling life. And thank you so much to everyone for listening to my presentation.